I can tell you this. I can tell you this as someone who's been on a few debate stages in my life, that I know that Hillary Clinton's worst nightmare is going to be to climb onto that debate stage in September and look across at Donald Trump. We don't need more Washington, D.C. insiders messing up this country. And we sure as heck don't need Hillary and Bill Clinton back in the White House. We do not need the same type of ineffective foreign policy that she brought us as Secretary of State. We don't want America to be weak and disrespected. We want America to be strong and respected, and Donald Trump will make that happen. And we certainly don't want someone in the White House who's going to be more worried about being charged by her attorney general than by protecting the people of this country. We need a president who is going to put America first one more time. So ladies and gentlemen, you have waited more than long enough. On behalf of Mary Pat and the children, on behalf of the Republicans in New Jersey, let me bring you the next president of the United States, Donald Trump.
Y'all ready for this?
Thank you. So nice. Boy, oh boy. So, you know, Chris paid off his entire campaign debt tonight, right? His entire debt. And Chris, you can't even give him a table and a seat. That's terrible. But he's a great guy, and he's a great governor. And I will tell you, thank you. I love you, too. Look at these guys. Look at these guys. You know, I wanted to know a little bit because he's been my friend a long time. He's done a great job and all that. But I said, let's be specific because we want to be specific. So I said, give me some information. And boy, do I look forward to debating Hillary. Will that be fun? Oh, I look forward to that. So I said, let's be specific. So, you know, Governor Christie, your governor, balanced the budget 6 times without raising taxes. Not easy to do. Enacted a $2.3 billion job-creating tax cuts. I mean, that's a lot of stuff. $2.3 billion, not easy in New Jersey, that I can tell you. He shrank the state government by 6,500 jobs. Governor Christie, listen to this one, bipartisan. There's no such thing as bipartisan anymore. It's a beautiful thing, actually. Economic Opportunity Act will ultimately create 27,000 jobs, 22,000 in the construction industry. And a lot of my friends are here tonight. We're all in the construction industry. Governor Christie contributed more to the pension system than any other governor in New Jersey state history, right? Governor Christie brought the insolvent, and this was important, the insolvent New Jersey Unemployment Insurance Trust Fund back to solvency. And I will tell you, it was done in at least 2 years ahead of schedule. So that's a pretty good track record, and that's just a few of the things, all right? That's just a few. So we've had an interesting time. And, you know, it all started, and Chris was out there, and I was out there. And I have to say, one of the more interesting parts was I was watching the debate, because I had one debate that I really enjoyed, because I was watching. And I like Marco very much, but Marco was over here, Chris was over here, and I was standing there. And I watched it happen. No, I watched it happen. And it was, I mean, he looked like Perry Mason that evening. That was a rough evening for Marco. And Marco will admit it. That was a rough, rough evening. So this began. There's nothing like New Jersey. There's nothing. There's nothing like New Jersey. Wise guys, so many wise guys. I'll tell you what, you can make it in New Jersey. You can do just about anything you want in life. Great people. And by the way, on June 7th, will you do me a favor? Go out and vote, please, okay? Just go out and vote. And boy, are we going to go out in November, that I know. But go out on June 7th. June 7th, folks. So on June 16th, that's right, we're going to build that wall. We're going to build that wall. The wall is going to be built. We want the wall. You know, Hillary, you talk about Bernie Sanders. Bernie. Crooked Hillary. I love this crowd. This is great. So, this is my people. This is my people. But Bernie Sanders said that Hillary really isn't, essentially not fit to be president. She's not qualified to be president. And you know why? He said because she suffers from bad judgment. So today she made this statement. You know, she won't use the term radical Islamic terrorism. You understand that? She won't use it. She refuses. You know why she won't? Because her president won't use it. That's why. And by the way, is she being nice to him? You know, she used to be terrible. She couldn't stand him, and the husband couldn't stand him. Bill couldn't stand him, and she couldn't stand him. I wonder why she's being so nice. Can you figure it out? She's being so nice. Being so nice. She didn't like him one little bit. Now, anything he said, my president said. But if you think about it, and if you look at it, he said unqualified, and he said that she suffers from bad judgment, and she does. So today we had a terrible tragedy. And she came up and she said that Donald Trump talked about radical Islamic terrorism, which she doesn't want to use. She used a different term because she doesn't want to use that term. She refuses to use that term. And I'm saying to myself, and it's a terrible thing, and he essentially shouldn't be running for office. He doesn't have the right to run for office. And I'm saying to myself, what just happened about 12 hours ago? A plane got blown out of the sky. And if anybody thinks it wasn't blown out of the sky, you're 100% wrong, folks, okay? You're 100% wrong. And it's getting worse. And, you know, today I was watching one of the networks, and they had this great guy from the FBI on. And he was talking about what happened with the plane. It was like amazing. And I didn't know. I never met him. I never saw him before on television. And he's going back and forth about how bad it is and how bad it's getting and how we're losing control and how we don't have a president that knows what he's doing. And then at the end, he said, let me just tell you something. Now, I don't know this man. He said, the person that knows what's going on, the person that understands what's happening is a guy named Donald Trump. What? So, that was a great honor. Thank you. Thank you. No, that was a great honor. You know, you're sitting home, you're watching television, you have this man who's a real expert. He's an expert on exactly this and an expert on terrorism, and he says that, and that really, to me, is a great compliment. So, on June 16th, I came down that escalator, that beautiful escalator in Trump Tower. Trump Tower, this is very nice, but it doesn't remind me of this place. And it was a big day, and I just said we have to do it. There's so many things that we can do to make America great again, and we're never going to do them. And if Hillary Clinton gets in, I don't know if our country can ever recover. You know, yesterday I named a large number of judges, and I'll be adding to that number, who are really highly, highly respected judges. They come out of Heritage, they come out of different groups have recommended very, very strongly. They've really recommended strongly. These are great judges. We'll be adding some additional ones, Chris, and it's outstanding. One of the most important things, always security first, right? Always security. But one of the most important things we'll be doing, whoever the next president is naming judges. Now, it's probably naming the justices of the United States Supreme Court, because they're going to take us in a certain direction. It's either going to be down the tubes or it's going to be through the roof. I'll tell you, through the roof. And the judges, the justices, and some of them are currently judges. I guess almost all of them are currently judges. But the justices of the United States Supreme Court, the next three, it'll be three. It could be five, by the way. Probably going to be three. Most likely 3, 4, and it could even be 5. That is a massive number of justices. So whoever wins, and it looks like it's going to be Hillary, because it looks to me, what's happening? She's got totally embroiled in this. You talk about bad judgment. How bad a judgment is the email scandal? How bad? For what reason did she do that? Now, I know the reason. I know the reason. And it's always the same with her, and it's always the same with them.